know what this is. Tell them this is celebration, for the barbecue pits and the mini bikes, mini skirts, tables. Who got big six? Where I'm from, we do concrete backflips.
Brian. Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce.
And it's just the nature of their rivalry. Both teams will look to start fast, and each one trying to seize control of the tempo early.
And part of it is they know each other so well. The team that executes best is likely going to come away with the W.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Johnson with a bucket.
You can see no hesitation on the catch by Cam Johnson. This is why he's on the floor, folks.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a three-point game. The rebound, Celtics. Outside Johnson. Pass to Barnes. From downtown. The shot by Johnson, no good. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, fiery wing. Coach said you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
Now Payton, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
Size and athleticism by Cam Johnson. How about that vertical?
On the wing, Irving. Right side, Butler. Nice shot by Simmons.
Guard skills, but a big-time forward or center-type body. Ben Simmons making it happen inside.
Payton attacking. Pass to Barnes. Back to Payton. To the inside. Adebayo with it. Just 5 to shoot. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of center, yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Offensive rebound, left side, Caldwell Pope. That one's good. This game is all even.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Celtics on offense. And stolen by Simmons. Outside Irving. For three. And another three for Milwaukee.
I mean, if you want to chase him off the line, that's fine. But that ability to dribble drive, this guy is impossible to guard. Kyrie Irving.
Over to the left wing. Back to Johnson. And out of bounds. Milwaukee will have it. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Simmons. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
That's a big-time finish by Ben Simmons. With that frame, sometimes he makes that look easy.
Payton attacking. Out left to the wing. Adebayo, no good. Here's Milwaukee. They've got a 10-0 run going. From the high post. And it's Irving missing.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Now here's Payton. He's scoreless. Johnson for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Milwaukee in the lead. Outside Irving. There's 39 seconds left in the first. Sweet little floater. Irving's got 5 now.
Guys, hard to guard that floater with Irving when he makes it at the speed with which he does.
Here's Payton. And he converts the layup.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Outside Butler. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the game. And the technical free throw is good.
One thing that stands out about Kyrie Irving, obviously, his creativity, especially when it comes to his handle, as good as it gets.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Barnes.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Here's Johnson. And the ball out of play. The Bucks will have it. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Milwaukee out in front. They lead by 3. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, you have to look at the advantage they have in the turnover department. I mean, that's a huge advantage for them in this game.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
Milwaukee leading by 3. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Takes a 3. The rebound, Celtics.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
McCollum's shot is off. And here's Milwaukee now. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. Pass to Adebayo. The kick out to Johnson. Launches it. The rebound by Duncan.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Hardaway. Back to Payton. Shot clock at 5. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
There's a screen. Here's Butler. The rebound by Payton. Celtics trail by 4. For 3, Hardaway fires in the triple. Hardaway's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situation.
Simons with it. Pass to Klingon. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. 6 on the shot clock. Soft touch off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 3.
At 7'2", Klingon is very comfortable in the paint, and he can just own that area.
Smart outside. Back to Payton. Young with the double team. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. Simons with a rebound.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Left side, Payton. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Payton's got 4 points now in the quarter. All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, B.A., I'm not sure the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch it, what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Celtics trail by 3. There's 1:26 left in the second. Pass to McCollum. Hardaway on the wing. Here's Vucevic. Here's McCollum. Guarded by Young. And here's Simons outside. And the three-pointer goes. Simons got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here are the Celtics. Down low. Here's Hardaway. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum.
Yeah, mixing it up inside. And I like when Hardaway Jr. tries his luck close to the rim.
Pass to Klingon. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Bucks with some changes. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. The kick out to Simmons. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
And here is Vucevic. No made baskets yet. The open shot by Barnes. The rebound by Duncan.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Outside Irving. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And there's the screen. Fades away. Boston pulls it in.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Pass to Smart. Here's Payton. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Milwaukee leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Yep, that one's good. Payton's got 8.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Back to Payton, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Payton. Give him 8 points now. With the drive. 5 on the clock. Inside. Rebounded by the Bucks. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Irving for 3. Pure from three-point range. And now a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
Unbelievable release from Kyrie. Boy, shot ready on the catch.
And Payton, here we go. Shot is off. 4 for 7 in the game now. Here's Milwaukee. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Irving, that's good.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Irving looking around. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. To the middle. Here's Duncan. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Celtics trail by 9. To the paint. Here's Barnes.
Wow, shake the building with that finish, Scotty Barnes. My goodness.
Outside Simmons. Fade away. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Butler's got his first 2 points of the night.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Outside Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
You can see when Cameron Johnson gets his rhythm, he is so effective on the offensive end.
A minute 29 left in the third. And here's Butler outside. They grab their own miss. On the wing, Caldwell-Pope. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Inside. It's stolen by Smart. Johnson with it. Caldwell Pope covering. Pass to McGee. And McGee with the stuff.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Timeout. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. On defense, the Celtics. Back to Young. Lets it go from the wing. And the Bucks miss again. Boston on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Johnson. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. And Irving gets it to go.
Boy, what a monster night for Kyrie Irving, playing at a very high level right now.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Payton. 11 points in the game. And Irving comes to help. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Pass to Young. Caldwell Pope for three. Called in by McGee. Outside Payton. Vucevic. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Kyrie Irving has been on display for Milwaukee.
33. The Bucks. 40.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Milwaukee leading by 7. They set a pick. Here's Simmons. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
From deep, Johnson on target from range.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Here's Simmons. Here's Duncan. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Pass to Payton. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Mark for 3. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
Well, they've had no problem getting into the heart of this defense with the dribble. And they've made the most of their chances there as well.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen on, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. And so McCollum will bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 9. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana, where they'll face the Pacers. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Back to McCollum. The three is up. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Outside Irving. Pass to Duncan. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Now Irving. The shot, no good. Smart with the defensive effort. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him. More and more we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Hits the three-pointer.
Defending the pick and roll. You have to stop the ball, especially when it's C.J. McCollum controlling it.
Here's Duncan. Tries again. No good on the layup. Celtics trail by 9. For 3, Hardaway. Offensive board. Out to McCollum. Outside Hardaway. The three-pointer off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 9. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
And here's Milwaukee now. So far in the 4th, they've allowed just 6 points.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
McCollum outside. Adebayo from long range. He buries it from 3. Adebayo's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Butler. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Now, this is his confidence. This is his sweet spot. The mid-range for Jimmy Butler, that's money.
Pass to Smart. Back to McCollum. McCollum on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Well, McCollum just so competitive. He never gives up on the play or his team.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. There's 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Lets a floater go.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
McCollum outside. The 3 ball. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big-time delivery from the young Scotty Barnes. Clutch moment, no worries. Oh, Jimmy Butler loves to rise to the occasion, sticks it right in the defense's face.
Hardaway on the wing. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by the Bucks. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Butler. From the arc. Counted from distance. And the Bucks lead by 9.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So we see the Bucks get the win here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that about wraps it up.